Hi friends! Jody here! Bumoto ba kayo sa midterm elections? Whether you voted for candidate A for senator or candidate B for mayor o kaya si candidate C or party list D para naman sa kongreso, I do hope you made choices that your future self and future generations will thank you for. Okay, halalan is done. Pero pasimula pa lang ang mga trabaho nila. Kaya sama-sama tayo in holding our public servants accountable to their promises and platforms. Tandaan nyo ha, tayo ang pinagsisilbihan nila. Pero kahit tapos na ang halalan, may ilang magkakamag-anak dyan na hindi pa rin nagkikibuan. May mag-iina, mag-aama, magkakapatid, magkakaibigan na hanggang ngayon may gap o lamat pa rin ang samahan. Dahil sa magkaiba sila ng sinuportahan na kandidato, partido at prinsipyo. Yung pag nasa salo-salo, madalas hindi nagpapansinan or worse, yung eto na, awayan na, nagbabangayan na. Yung iba nga, nag-unfollow, nag-unfriend pa sa social media. Yung iba naman, nagli-leave and delete sa family group chat. Nakaka-relate ka ba? Kwento mo ba to? Huwag kang mag-alala kasi hindi ka nag-iisa. Maraming dumadaan dyan. Especially now na merong great divide sa society pagdating sa political beliefs and values. May conservatives, moderates, liberals, progressives. Hindi maiiwasan ang pagkakaiba natin dyan eh. Kaya ngayon, ang tanong, how do we love and coexist with family beyond beliefs? How do we stay true to our values when we clash with our loved ones? Yan ang susubukan nating sagutin dito sa episode ng Live Light. Okay, simulan natin dito. Paano ba natin malalaman if worth it na pag-usapan sa pamilya ang politika? Kailangan nating desisyonan kung kailan, saan, at paano natin gagawin to. Let's apply the 3 filters from psychologist Harriet Lerner. Number 1, what is your purpose? Bakit mo binibring up ang politika during family time? To genuinely understand ba? Or to change their mind? This must be clear to you para alam mo kung paano ka makikipag-usap. Number 2, is the setting right? Ano bang family event yon? Kung may mahalaga kayong ipinagdiriwang tulad ng kasal, birthday, tanungin mo yung sarili mo. Dapat bang pag-usapan pa ang politika o mas mabuting mag-focus muna doon sa reason ng celebration? Number 3, will it serve or strain the relationship? Tandaan, hindi kailangang maging debate ang bawat interaction natin. Piliin natin ang tamang sitwasyon. And instead of choosing to be right, sometimes it's better to choose peace and kindness. Next concern, worth it ba na subukang i-convert ang political perspective ng kapamilya mo? Sabihin nating si President X ang sinusuportahan ng tatay mo, pero mas naniniwala ka sa leadership ni Vice President Y. At tingin mo, mas mapapabuti kayong lahat kung ganito rin ang magiging tingin ni tatay. Some would go on a full offense mode. Talagang todo kompronta agad at mag-enumerate ng mga rason kung bakit mali ang paniniwala ng kapamilya mo. But guys, yung mga gantong klaseng strategy, converting and telling someone that they are flat out wrong, can deepen resistance. Mas nagiging defensive sila. Baka mas lakasan pa nila ang kapit nila sa kanilang current beliefs. So my suggestion is, connect with them on your existing shared values. And here's our expert to talk more about it.
So usually kapag nagko-confront tayo, no, especially kapag nag-iiba yung political views natin, mapupunta lang sa pag-aaway, sometimes even anger, violence. So it's better to back off a little bit. Imbis na i-force yung views ninyo, political views ninyo, it's better to find some common ground and malalaman yung common ground from curiosity. So you ask questions. bakit niyo binoto siya? Anong qualities niya? And then you know what? You'll find out, nakapili lang kayo ng opposite na tao, ibang tao, pero underneath the parties, underneath the personalities, you really have common goals of wanting something better for the country.
Pero, paano naman kung ikaw ang kino-confront at sinusubukang i-convert? You don't always have to agree. I suggest that you reframe agreeing to respecting. Use statements like, you know what, I love you but I disagree. I hope we can avoid this topic for now. Or, alam mo, siguro mas mabuti kung magfo-focus muna tayo sa mga pinagkakasunduan natin. Our family, our memories, our happiness. Sabi nga ng clinical psychologist at author na si Dr. Ramani Durvasula, practice compassion without compliance. That's how you protect your values without burning bridges. Now, we're at another question. Posible ba talagang magkaroon kayo ng healthy relationship ng kapamilya mo sa kabila ng fundamental differences? Para sa akin, oo naman. As long as may mutual respect at psychological safety, may kakilala akong magkapatid. Sobrang opposite sila ng political beliefs, but they do not let it ruin their connection. They are strongly bonded by their hobbies, their history as siblings, and their devotion to their loving mom. Sabi nga ng relationship therapist at podcaster na si Esther Perel, the quality of our relationships determines the quality of our lives. So let me raise this last point of concern for this topic. When do you distance yourself from family members with fundamentally different political views? Kailan at paano mo malalaman na oras na para mag-let go muna? Our episode expert has this explanation. Pakinggan natin siya.
There are times na talagang nagiging confrontational to the point na siguro nagsisigawan or hindi na nagkikibuan. Those are red flags na you have to already distance yourself from the topic. Not from the person, pero from the topic. Because the relationship is more important. Okay? Defend your relationship more than defending the party. And you just have to agree to disagree. In fact, there can be unity in differences. So it's more important to focus on the relationship, on feeling good with each other, on the happiness, in the memories, rather than pag-aaway from political differences. Remember, the point here is that it's better to protect your relationship than defend your party, your political party.
Remember, friends, it's all right to love from afar. Distance can be a form of self-love, not hate. Hindi maiiwasan na sa isang pamilya ay magkakaiba ang paniniwala, magkakaiba ang prinsipyo, magkakaiba ng binoboto. Pero hindi naman lagi na kailangang mauwi sa argumento ang pag-uusap tungkol sa mga taong nais niyong ilagay sa pwesto. Imbis na magtaasan ng boses, itaas ang antas ng diskurso at argumento. Or kung maaari, isipin muna kung ano ang mas mahalaga sa inyo. Naniniwala ako na pwedeng magkaroon ng harmony despite the differences in worldviews. If ever man na umabot sa di pagkakaunawaan, sana makahanap ng paraan para ang problema ay masolusyonan. Kayo naman, ano ang experiences ninyo in navigating these challenging relationships in your family? Kinailangan nyo bang dumistansya from a toxic relative? At paano muling naayos ang samahan ninyo? Please send us your feedback through any of our social media accounts. Kindly like and share this video sa mga tao na sa tingin ninyo nakaka-relate at matutulungan ng video na ito. Also, we would like to thank Aurora Cozy Corner for this cozy sofa. Remember, when life feels heavy, it's time to lighten the load. Let go of your worries and let the light in. Ako si Jody, and let's live light. See you on the next video.